scared of rats.
I think I'm a little scared of like roller coasters.
I don't know why, but I just have like visions of rats going all over the house and everything.
I have a fear of stray dogs.
When I was a kid, I was scared of the dark.
At night, if I had to go in the basement and get something, then I would always feel really scared.
I used to sleep with my lights on and never used to sleep with them on. And when people used to come to spend the night at my house, they'd be like, no, switch off the lights, man. I can't sleep with the lights on.
I've seen a couple of horror movies that time, so I wasn't fond of going into the dark or something.
I always used to think that the thing in the movie would like come and creep up to me and do something.
I'm scared of heights and roller coasters and public speaking.
I always like set myself a target.
I just feel that I might fall off.
I guess basically it's a fear of not achieving the target which I've set for myself.
You're an artist, Mona, and you've got 2 boys in the house. Are they creatively inclined? Do they understand your profession?
They do. It's, I think, as much as the fact that I'm an artist, I also buy art. So they're surrounded by a lot of art in the house. The older one has stopped reacting to exhibitions, so I stopped taking him because I don't want him to grow up thinking his mother forced art down his throat. The younger one loves art. So there is a balance.
Manisha, when it comes to kids these days, do you think it's very important that you've got to instill a level of confidence in them that they don't grow up to being scared or fearful of things around them?
You know, I think for me personally and my husband, kids understand love the most. Love and the fact that they have their own loved ones and family around them brings in itself a confidence which removes fear. But they need to understand emotional labels. So they need to discern and distinguish between anger, being furious, being frustrated. So when they are trying to express an emotion, we try to get the word out of them. What is it you're feeling? When that happens in life, in years to come, they learn to align that emotion with tackling it better. So you could be very angry, but you might not be frustrated, and vice versa. So that's something very consciously we as parents do.
So you mean if a child does express a feeling of being fearful, that doesn't become a psychosis in his head because it's being dealt with, being talked about?
Yes. And I feel we've all grown up with our own mistakes and we have lovely stories to tell, you know. I feel a child needs to make those mistakes as long as we are in the background, you know, and they need to have their own story. So it is important they go through the process. I'll give an analogy. When they are, we teach them how to bicycle. We know they will fall, but we have to teach them how to bicycle. So that's the process. They have to fall and they have to have their story. But we need to be there for them, you know. And I think, yes, we need to be cautious, but not foolhardy. At the end of it all, your values and principles that the children are getting, that will never change. They're perennial. Yeah. What changes is the context. And when you understand you have that value and principle to get back to, the context can keep changing in life and you're able to address it. And you have the thoughts aligned, you know, you have your emotions aligned. And bottom line, all they understand is they have parents who love them.
If we